So I was busy for a couple of weeks over the holidays with work and some family things and some other things. I did get in a few paddles before it got too cold, including out and back with some decent downwind conditions. But now I'm back at work addressing the damage to the V9. Okay, moving on to the damage in the cockpit. First of all, I had already started sanding here. There's a crack here and going this way, and then some spider cracking going up this way. It's all firm, but I'm just gonna put a layer of carbon over that. And then a crack that ran down into the cockpit to where this gel coat popped off. And some spider cracking along the top here. And then going forward, it's a crack on the inside at the top of the cockpit running along here. Under where the handle is, a little crack maybe here, and then a little farther forward to about here. There's one other place where it cracked and the gel coat popped off right here. So that's basically the areas here, along here, and then this area in here. So here are those areas all sanded up and ready for lamination with a layer of carbon. I wetted up the carbon and applied the peel ply, and when I pulled that off, I feathered all the edges, and that's what you see here. All the carbon is feathered and ready for some thickened gel coat fairing. So I've pretty much faired all the repairs forward of the cockpit with thickened gel coat, and now it's awaiting a final layer of gel coat that I'm hoping to spray to make it easier for wet sanding and polishing. It's pretty smooth and fair. This is where the major repair was there and along the seam. So that's all smooth. The repair here is all faired. And inside the cockpit, all ready for that final layer of gel coat and polishing. Now this area, I found when I took my seat pad out that there is some bubbling of the gel coat. Interestingly, it wasn't on the side that I actually had to repair. It was just in this area here underneath the seat pad. So I've been kind of picking up all the loose gel coat, and I'll have to put some new gel coat on there. That was not part of the damage, but something I have to get to anyway. So now I'm gonna move to the rear and work on some of those repairs back there. So before I start in earnest on the repairs in the rear, I kind of wanted to assess the rudder line tubes, make sure they weren't damaged and aren't leaking. And because I do have an access hatch in the rear, I can just run water through, which I've been doing. Just injecting water through. I have the stern raised up, and so the water will run forward. And so I've been running quite a bit of water just through these tubes here. Then I can assess inside the hull to see if water's leaking, because hopefully I won't have to do any work on the rudder line tubes themselves. So this is inside the hull looking aft on the port side. You can see the rudder line tube hanging there with the detached mounts. The hull is dusty inside, but that's actually a good thing for assessing water intrusion, because if there was water dripping in there, it'd be very apparent. I found no water on either side looking fore or aft. So that's reassuring. Now I can go ahead with the repairs and know I won't have to deal with the rudder line tubes other than refastening them to the hull. So we'll see how all that goes.